Look at that thing. What do you suppose is in there?
So you got to go down to go up, essentially.
Another mess. Is it terrible that I'm glad Mother isn't around to suffer this?
We do attract a peculiar kind of fortune.
Besides we're on, it's all but guaranteed one of us would be worrying her. If I knew how to fix that, well, it doesn't matter. Let's just get this mess cleaned up.
This place gives me the shivers.
New kinds of darkspawn, hooray!
Be bound here for eternity. Hunger stilled, rage smothered, desire dampened, pride crushed. In the name of the Maker, so let it be.
It's Malcolm Hawke's voice, I think. Not easy.
Nothing about the Warden's use of demons in this horrid place. But I will have no one say any magic of mine ever released one into the world.
Who was that? I feel like I know that voice.
It sounded like Father, but how?
So I think he's been binding demons down here, but when I say binding, I mean like keeping them, you know, from getting out. Which I'm thinking anyway.
When you tell people about our escape from Lothering, why do you make it sound like I had food all over my face?
You're larger than life, Hawk. I had to give you a few flaws just to make you approachable.
Did you just call me fat?
Yes, that's pretty much how I tell it. Hawk rolled into the fray like a gigantic pudding covered in gravy. It's more dramatic that way.
Does it have to be gravy? Couldn't it be chocolate instead?
Everyone's a critic.
You'll notice that Darkspawn have had a rework as well. The genlocks don't look like normal genlocks now. They look like well, big brutish things. Okay. After the first blight, obviously, because we played through Awakening, we know that after the first blight, you know, after the blight, there's lots of Darkspawn that can still lead Darkspawn. And one of the most powerful ones, apart from the Archdemon, was this Corypheus that they captured and studied. Sounds like the Architect, doesn't it? When you see Corypheus, you'll get why I mentioned the Architect from Awakening.
I hope you told Bodan where you were going. If we never come back, maybe someone will send a search party after their champion.
I doubt it. Somehow I doubt it.
The key! Did they find it? The dwarves. I heard them. Looking, digging. How do you bring the key here?
You mean this? How is this a key?
Magic. Old magic it is. Magic from the blood. It made the seals. It can destroy them.
I came in here to find Corypheus. Do you know where or what he is?
Do not say his name. He will hear you. Do not wake him. Not when you hold the key.
Let me guess. You want to drink my blood too?
Blood? The blood of the Hawk? Are you the Hawk? Yes, I smell magic on you. But you hold the key to his death. Yes, I can show you out, yes.
Who are you? What's wrong with you?
You ask me that? I'm the one who belongs here, not you. You are no darkspawn.
You scavenged Warden armor from somewhere.
Wardens? Yes. Guardians against the Blight. I know the way out. Follow me. Down and in, down and in.
Because I always like to follow the advice of tainted, crazy people.
Not crazy. No. Trust me. I know the prison's secrets. The seals hold us in. Anything comes in. Nothing ever leaves. Not without the key. You must use it, yes. On the seals. Every seal. You touch the key to it. Only then they open. Only for the Hawk. Not back. Not up. Only way out is down and through the heart. Down. Down in the depths.
So, do we listen to the nice madmen, or are we setting up camp?
Guess we better head down there. Okay, so once you can get in easy enough,
Option down here.
you can't get out.
It's got to stay in this place. We've enough trouble in Kirkwall.
Thinking beyond yourself? I'm impressed, Templar.
There's more to the Order than just corralling apostates. Order, not oppression.
I'm not sure everyone got that letter.
Some days, neither am I.
Let me guess. The first seal?
2,000 years the magic holds. Never broken. Give it the key. Let it take the magic back to itself. Absorb it. All who came before.
Gotta get some fire damage. I love my fire spells.
The blood works. It is good.
All this talk about my blood is a little creepy. Are you at least planning to tell me your name?
Name? So long since I've said my name. Larius. I was Larius. There was a title too. Commander. Commander of the Grey. I am dead. But I never died.
How does a warden end up like this? I thought you were immune to the taint.
The calling. It comes to us all. The voice we can't resist. Our death.
If you're a warden, then do you know what just happened? What does the seal have to do with my blood?
The magic. It calls to the blood, reads the thoughts of those who hold it. The last to hold it. The Hawk. I was there when he laid the seals. Before I became this. You favor him. Corypheus calls. In the darkness. What waits there?
So, what happens to Larius is essentially what happens to the Wardens in Dragon Age Inquisition, which is why it's such a huge thing. Generally, the main plot of Dragon Age 2 begins the Mage's Templar War in Dragon Age Inquisition, but this DLC begins the fall of the Wardens to falling to Corypheus. Which you have to, so those two things you have to deal with in Inquisition. Now, a part of Genius, Mark of the Assassin, a lot of people always miss this. Mark of the Assassin also has a point in Inquisition. It's actually in the Trespasser DLC, where the Qunari are beginning their invasion of southern Thedas. Well, you can start to see the Qunari influence creeping in, and how widespread they are, their agents are, in Mark of the Assassin. So all three, that's why I think a lot of people give Dragon Age 2 the credit it deserves sometimes, because it does exactly what it set out to do, to be a stopgap title in between Dragon Age, the two big Dragon Age games of Origins and Inquisition. Now, if they'd have called this game anything else, and if they'd have said straight away it's not a sequel, it can be a completely different game, it'll carry on the story in a different way, and will be the bridge between Origins and the next big game, then I think people would have loved it. It did do exactly what it was meant to do. Okay, screw this guy. Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
That is one seriously heavy-looking shield.
So a lot of the Darkspawn have had a read. I'll let you. Bloody hell! Look at that. I'll let you figure out whether you think it's a good change or not. I think there are some ways Darkspawn changes for the better. Sometimes not.
An enchantment like this, there has to be.
Sometimes I look at them and think, yeah, they could do with a real, the Darkspawn Dragon Age 1 were a bit generic bad guy. but I tend to react to any change to Dragon Age Origins with a bit of trepidation. So I love me some Origins. One of the best role-playing games I've ever played, to be honest with you.
I'll bet the Knight Commander was thrilled one of her Templars was attacked in the gallows.
Ecstatic.
Did she make you clean up the mess?
We hired some dwarves. Proper ones with swabbing beards.
Good to know the Paragons have steady work.
Be bound here for eternity. Hunger stilled, rage smothered, desire dampened, pride crushed. In the name of the Maker, so let it be.
One thing I do think is a bit rich is that, you know, it just so happens to be Hawke's dad who did this, you know, rather than any other mage. But hey. I just knew all them were gonna do it. Oh. It is ridiculous just how powerful they are in some stages of mage. There's actually no drawback to it either. And I know in the setting, like, oh yeah, the Templars don't like mages, but yeah.
I may have left the circle, but I took a vow. My magic will serve that which is best in me, not that which is most base.
That which is best in me. Father used to say that, didn't he? To you and Bethany. She never felt like she could live up to him.
I hope they're together, wherever they are. Talking about magic, gossiping about us.
No, I miss Bethany. She's a good character.
Just another broken pillar. You know what that means.
Everyone take a drink.
Looks like the mouth of Sauron. This is what the CEO of EA looks like these days. Just whoa! Whatever Carver did there, that was powerful. Altar of Dumat. Dumat being one of the old gods of Tevinter.
Be bound here for eternity. Hunger stilled, rage smothered, desire dampened, pride crushed. In the name of the Maker, so let it be.
Like if you play as a male Hawk, it does actually sound like him, but with a deeper voice, basically. The same voice actor, obviously, but...
If we kill them, we get our stuff.
I've bought our freedom, Leandra. We can go home now. Us and the baby. We'll be together. I hope it takes after you, love. I would wish this magic on no one. May they never learn what I've done here.
Father didn't want a child with magic. He got that one wrong twice over. I guess the Templar's not such a disappointment now.
God, you're such a self-absorbed little prick.
Carver, shouldn't all this make you want to, I don't know, offer a reason for joining the Order?
I have to defend the one moment I stopped waiting and did something.
If you wanted to spite me...
No. See, right there is the problem. For the longest time, I thought it was you, but it wasn't. We spent so long running, and why? Because of magic, the Blight, money, and abuses. Well, I'm no mage. I'm no warden. And you didn't need me. But maybe there's one thing I can do. For more than me. And you.
I don't believe you.
I know. And I don't care. Let's just end this. It was a bad idea to even come here.
Yeah, the way he acted throughout the entire game, I mean... I thought he was... People were saying to me he was redeemed a bit in Legacy. He hasn't been so far. It's been very annoying. Still. Or his snippy little comments and, you know... saying, oh, guess I wasn't a disappointment after all. It's like, oh, for God's sake, Carver, it's all about you. Chill. I'm wondering if that was a door. Oh, good camouflage. Good camouflage. Gotta give him that. Bloody hell. Shut off. It's also the fact that he says, "Oh, you didn't want 2 mage children. You got that wrong twice over." It's like, dude, don't be a prick, alright? Just... It's like he's celebrating the fact that, you know, that your dad thought that magic was a bad thing. He's just celebrating it, like all from his point of view, saying, "Oh yeah, I'm not the disappointment, haha, it's you," sort of a thing. It's like, mate, chill. Just chill your shit, alright? Another level up, which is nice. We're playing the Outer Worlds this week. Oh, it's good. It's very, very good. There's something about it, though, that I'm just not clicking with. I think it's the role-playing side of it. A bit too Borderlands-y for me so far. Hoping they, attack speed, armor penetration. Oh, I'll have mana stamina drain. Alright. Okay. Let's head down here. Oh, Larius.
He is waking. The magic grows lax. He feels us walk where no step goes.
Are you talking about Corypheus?
He calls, like an old god. He mimics their cry. He calls them to free him. The dark children and the light. Any with taint in their blood.
One thing I don't like about fantasy sometimes is people who talk in allegory. I just can't stand it. I mean, he's not really doing it, but it just reminded me of it.
If Corypheus isn't an old god, what is he? Human? Demon? Darkspawn?
More than Darkspawn. More than human. He thinks. He talks. He pierces the veil. He wants what was once his.
How could this Corypheus be sending people after me if he's asleep?
He can call, dream, but not know. When the seals are gone, he will wake. And he must die.
Okay.
Why are you down here? How have you survived?
The calling, the music. It is our death. I lived. But I died. The corruption feeds me. So many years in darkness.
When you run off, where do you go?
I know the darkness before the seals. Here, the voice is too strong. I cannot stay.
Alright. Base of the tower. That looked like a childer. Just double checking. Okay. That's fine. Let's have a little double check of the old temperature. In the 70s. So I'm guessing we can that's it for now. Part 2. We'll see you again in part 3.